Okay, this is problem number 7 on April 9th's homework. Two different ways to do this. Here's the problem actually. The problem is we got this function, f, x cubed plus 2 square root. G is its antiderivative. They tell us what g of 3 is. We're supposed to find g of 1. I'm going to show you, this is similar to some of the velocity and acceleration problems we've done. So if you treat f, the function, like it's the velocity, and g like it's the position in essence, if I integrate velocity, if I find that area from 1 to 3, I get total distance traveled. So if I take my calculator, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to go ahead and integrate this function from 1 to 3, and I integrate it from 1 to 3, I get 6.58. So that's kind of like the total distance traveled, right? So if I know it traveled 6.58 units, or whatever it is, from 1 to 3, and I happen to know where it is at 3, so at time equals 3, it's at 5, all I got to do is take away that 6.58 that it traveled. So that's one way to think about it. The other way is just to do it straight with an integral. Is they're asking me to find g of 1, so I could integrate. So if you think about this, if I go the integral from 1 to 3 of f, that's going to be equal to the antiderivative. The problem here is I can't find that. If I could find that antiderivative, I could just do it, right? And find the function, but I can't find that antiderivative, but I could integrate it, which is what I just did here on the calculator, agreed? So now remember that that's the same thing as the antiderivative is g, so this is the same thing as g of 3 minus g of 1, which is what I just kind of said on the other paper, also same basic thing, right? So if I just integrate that 1 to 3 again, there it is at 6.548, so my g of 3 minus my g of 1 is 6.58, but I know g of 3 is 5, minus g1 is 6.58, so g of 1 is 5 minus 6.58, which is the same thing I said here, right? We went 6.58, we're at 5, where was I? I just subtracted 6.58.